Hello, my name is Gary Linden. I'm the event director of the Thriller at Killers, a new big wave format that we are going to be running virtually at Todos Santos Island off the coast of northern Baja California. The event is going to be first round of the event is qualifying, and it's where the best waves of the season were submitted, and those are going to be judged from one to the number of people we have, selecting the top 8 semifinalists in the men, who will be joined by 4 wild cards for our final, and the top 4 women will go directly to the final to be joined by 2 wild cards. And that will be the part of the live event that will be run January and February of 2024. In conjunction with that, we will also be running the virtual qualifying part for 2025 during this season. So it's an exciting season we've got lined up. I've got with me here Coco Nogales, one of the most well-known big wave riders from Mexico, resident of Puerto Escondido, who is out on Killers this winter in one of the biggest days. Coco, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Hello, Gary. Sorry, before anything, thank you guys for inviting me. I'm doing great. Thank God I'm here standing, solid, strong. Very good, Gary. Good to see you again.
Great to see you up and smiling and recovering from your accident that you had out there on one of the biggest days I've ever seen. Also, it was one of the most crowded days I've ever seen. And that big set, just if you were outside waiting for the big one, you really had nowhere to go, even if you were in position, because there were 50 people in the water. So pretty amazing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that day was, like you say, that day was one of the most crowded day I ever seen in my life at Todos. And yeah, it was kind of unpredictable because, it will take a little time for sets to come. And then when they came, it was like the big bruja, it was the biggest bombs that came. And like you say, you didn't have any place to run because it was so huge. And yeah, everybody was just getting cut inside, and it was a chaos. It was, the swell showed up. Like I remember Jojo, I seen Jojo 5 minutes before that set. He paddled out and he's like, "You know what, Coco? I'm kind of worried." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I'm looking at the buoys and I feel like something big is gonna come like anytime soon because the buoys are like 22 seconds or 23. I don't know how." And when he told me that, right away I'm like, I remember I paddled out, far out, wide up, wide and far, and it was not enough because the one set came really, really solid, really big, and a bunch of people got washed out, big clean up, and it was, for me, it was a terrifying moment when that happened, but it's part of the game, and thank God, I'm here, solid, recovering, and with a smile, like you said.
Well, that's the good thing, that the Todos is kind of a unique break because there's only really a small window where you can take off. You got the rocks, you got to worry about the tide. It's not an open spot where like Pico Alto where you can just go out there and pick a wave and catch one pretty much by yourself. You got to sit right on the boil and then go. And I remember we got out there before dark that morning, and the first set at light came, and it was about 10 wave set. I'd never in all my 30 plus years of surfing out there seen anything like it, and I was just going, what are you going to do in a 10 wave set? I mean, if you take off on the first wave, you're just going to get washed up on the rocks and cleaned up. And if there was no chance to go. So it was really a unique day, and I'm glad we all survived it. But what do you feel like when you go out to Todos? What's the experience that you go out there? For me, it's kind of special, but I'd like to hear what you have to say.
You know what, Gary, like you said it all, like, for you, special, for me as well. Todos Santos is a really unique place. It's beautiful. I love Todos Santos. I've been going there, for, many sessions in my life. And it's just wonderful. It's like you said, you sometimes you never know what you're gonna expect because it's like I said, it changes a lot, and it's kind of unpredictable. But I mean, some days are really defined, and it's just the energy. I love this place. I love Todos Santos, deep water, blue water, deep blue water ocean, and it's a challenging wave. It's really, I can say it's really challenging because you have the like you have to take off under the boil. Depends with the tide and sometimes with the wind, it can get a little bouncy. But at the same time, it could be magical, perfect conditions and clean. And oh my God, I just every time I go there, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
You've got to surf some big waves all over the world. I know you and I have got shared many waves in other places, but you live in Puerto Escondido, and that's where you've kind of made your mark. What is the difference between Todos and Puerto? How they're both big waves, they're both challenging in their own regard, but how do you prepare differently? I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, the difference technically, like the wave, I feel like both of them are really they have a little they have some difference. Like Todos Santos, it comes from a super deep water ocean. It has a reef, it has the rocks, and it like I said, the takeoff sometimes it could be really challenging because it has the steps and this and that, and cold water, and you have to really know the spot as well. There's a current as well. Sometimes with the west swell, it could be tricky too. And Puerto Escondido, it's a wave that breaks kind of like in the short breaks, super powerful, warm water. So the difference, it comes from deep to super shallow, and it's just two different things. It's kind of like the lion and the tiger, or I don't know. It's just, it's kind of like two different things, but at the same time, both of them have so much. I have so much respect because both of them are, they have everything that I needs to ride a wave and to give respect to the places, because both of them can take your life and both of them can give you the ride of your life, and it's just two different things. Cicatela, you have, there's no channel in Cicatela. Todos Santos, you have the channel. There's like a benefit because you can always try to go into the channel if you don't want to put yourself so much into the, you have a little escape. But Puerto, no channel. So, there's a difference. You have to deal with the currents, no channel. And
yeah, I think that's probably the key difference between Todos Santos and any of the other big waves I've ever got the pleasure to ride, as you could actually sit in the boat in the channel. So when you're in the impact zone, it's pretty scary because you get washed on the rocks, this or that, and the hold down's still just as long as any others. It's good if you know it, but it also gives you too much comfort zone. If that's your first time out there, you think, oh, this is a piece of cake, and then you get over in the lineup and you realize what's really going on.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can get surprised. Like you said, people can be surprised because you're like, "Oh, this is easy," but then, if you get cut by a big set or you fell or something, and it can drag you all the way to the rocks, depending of the of the energy of the swell. It's really dangerous. Like you could be like, no, it's kind of easy. It's not, but you will, Los Santos will put you on your place for sure. And it's like I said, like the current can push you all the way to the rocks really easy. So you have to, you just have to be on it, because not too confident, because Todos will put you, definitely on your place. And like I say, the experience I have on the hold downs in between Puerto and Todos, I feel like it takes a. It's not for my experience. It's not so violent like Puerto, but it holds you down for a longer time, drags you under the water, kind of like a huge hand, just keeps you under the water for a long time. Some people say, "Oh, what about?" No, I'm gonna go back out because I love this place. It had nothing to do with the island. The island is amazing. The wave is beautiful, and you don't have to necessarily surf the gigantic. Sometimes there are some 25-foot days, 35, 20, 30. It's amazing. But of course, then after 35, then it gets really, really serious. So But yeah, it's surfing any size, and like I said, it's just really unique. You get in a boat, the island's beautiful. It's like you're in another world in there.
Yeah, I always, when I go out there, I just feel like it's my special place. Like all the rest of the problems go away, and it's just a really peaceful, magic, special place.
My first experiences, I got seasick in the boat, and I remember before my hit, I was throwing up. I went onto my hit. That was like a big, big swell. That was a big swell. I remember. I don't know if it was when Gabriel got the wave in the morning. I don't remember exactly. I think it was one of those contests, but I remember there was a break in between the contests, and I went out after I lost my hit, and I went out, and there was like 10-minute break or 15-minute break, and I caught a solid wave set. I still have the picture somewhere there, and I cut it from the deep in the North Peak, and I went through the boil and the behind, and I rode the whole wave. And I remember Skindo was screaming, Sean Collins was there too, and I remember Skindo was like so happy for me. He's like, bro, you needed this, you needed it so, like, because in my hit I lost, I didn't catch wave, I was feeling sick and blah blah blah, and then, but it made my day. I remember that was a solid wave and solid swell and solid contest, and that was impressive. And yeah, just to see the talent of the surfers there when you show up there and you see all these guys. Also, it's amazing to watch other surfers, how they surf the wave. Is, like I say, it's a challenging wave. It's not, it's you have to deal with the wind. Look, like for example, we're looking at this wave. We're just looking at it. It's the same day when I got hurt, and look at when it's pretty tall, and then the east wind, northeast wind, the offshore. I mean, it can keep you on the, like this guy. Oh, see, he didn't make it. Like the wind also can be a a challenging thing too, the offshore, because it can just blow you back. Like, yeah, it's just and like after you get the wave, it's the most amazing reward. When you are able to catch a wave and ride a wave, and you're just like, oh my god, the best feeling ever. Or even to just watch your friends get a bomb, you're just like, wow, nothing like it. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that wave you caught in between the heats, and that brings up what we're going to be doing this year. With having an event again at Todos. It's been a while. The problem with big wave events has always been who gets to get in. There's only 24 surfers that so the invitee list is it's everybody thinks that you gotta be the friend of so and so, and now that we don't have a big wave world tour anymore, there's no rankings. So with the virtual thing, that allows the guy who actually ripped the hardest that season at Todos to be part of the live event. So we can take as many people as want. We can the format allows for 200 people if 200 people want to enter. So it's really cool. And the second problem with running a big wave event is the swell. A big swell peaks, and it's about 3 hours of good wave. It's usually coming up in the morning, so the guys don't want to surf the first heat, and then it's going down at the end of the swell. So the finals are not held in the best conditions. So with this format, we can take unlimited participants, and we get to have 4 heats that we're going to run live. So that's right in the window of 3 hours. So hopefully this format will take hold, and we're using that as a proof of concept for hopefully getting the Big Wave World Tour up and running again. So thanks for being a part of it, Coco. It's just really special having you here, and your comments. God, we've been surfing together some big waves forever, and it's just like great to have your support and be here with me on this. So
thank you so much, Gary. Thank you so much, Gary. Yes, like you say, I mean, thank you so much for counting on me, and it's gonna be fun to to be part of this and watch all of these guys charging and watch the footage, and and I'm excited for what could be this format and this program that you guys are making. it can, it makes a lot of sense what you say. Guys are, anybody can be part of it. I mean, like, just many guys could be surfing on a big day, and then anybody can, be a winner, because anybody can just, with a good luck, and of course with a lot of experience, you can get the wave of your life, and you don't have to be in like a physical event, right? Like not a physical, but like you know what I'm trying to say. How does that?
Competition atmosphere where there's a lot of
Ex-
nerves going on and
exactly. It's
strategy
more like,
going on.
it's more like, yeah, it's more like an
Like a free
award. Like
surf.
you go free surfing. Exactly, you go free surfing, and the door is open for everybody.
Yeah, you got all
So
day to catch a wave.
exactly, this is amazing. I think everybody, and there's a lot of more chances for many surfers. So this is great. I think I'm really, like I said, I'm looking forward for what this format and this could be for the future, and for now, for it could just keep growing. And yeah, this is the first one, right? The first.
This is the first one, and we've done it before. We'll do it again. We'll get
Yeah,
this thing
yeah,
up and running.
yeah. I think, yeah, we need to have more of these, big wave, events, and I think it's motivate for a lot of young surfers coming up, and for older guys too, that still want to keep going. So it's good. It's good, Gary. Really, congrats on this, and yeah, cannot wait to move forward with this.
Well, having good friends and great surfers like yourself is going to make it all happen. Thank you, my friend.
Muchas gracias, Gary. Thank you so
Gracias
much
a
as
ti.
well. And I can see the names here. So just to mention, you have all of these guys were like on the list from the last swells, and everybody has waves on it. Like Andres Flores, Alex Sandoval, Corey, Emiliano, Greg Long. So all of them are in the event. Yeah, I mean, all of them were like, yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. Quetzal, Roger, Spencer, William, Greg Long, and the girls, the woman, Delia Benson, Felicity Palmeter, Katie, Paige.
And Paige, yeah. So
yeah,
pretty good lineup, and can't wait to go through all the waves. And there's a couple Mexican kids, a young surfer, Axel Sandoval from Punta Abriojos, got some good waves. Emiliano from Ensenada got some waves. Quetzal got a wave.
Some local knowledge, right? That's amazing to see the locals, the local kids from Baja, from Axel, and what was the other kid's name? Sorry,
Emiliano.
Emiliano. Yes, I know Emiliano. I know both of them. They are really, really nice guys, and they're hungry. It's kind of exciting to watch them, and yeah,
gonna be a big thing. And it's always exciting. Like, remember when we were doing the Big Wave World Tour, and everybody was going, oh, we don't have the prize money, we don't have this, I'd always tell them, these are going to be the best days of the whole thing, right when it's starting, and you get to be part of creating something bigger than all of us. So we're doing it again, and couldn't have a better partner than you, Coco. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gary. It's a honor for me, and thank you so much for counting on me, and yeah, to be part of this great event.
You're an inspiration for all the big wave surfers in Mexico, and I know that they'll be stoked to hear your words.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, we will be here, and it's for me. It's a really it's a compliment, and I'm really grateful and thankful. And
okay,
yeah. So
we'll see you. We'll see you in the event. So thanks again.
Yeah. So the event is on the 5th, right?
Starts on the 5th.
Okay.
Make sure you guys tune in on the
So
SurfWeb
for
series.
people to know, like, what time do you guys have any idea, or on the 5th, or?
I'm.
It's gonna be live. Is it gonna be live?
I think we're just going to put the clips of each surfer up and run them for 4 days, and then the last day we'll vote.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be be pretty exciting, but you'll be able to see the waves over and over again and actually go through the process with the judges. So we haven't confirmed the time yet, but that will be available on Surf Wave Series on Instagram and Thriller at Killers on the web. So tune in, guys,
Perfect.
and
Perfect.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Perfect. That's a great information, Gary. Cool. So cannot wait for the 5th and to keep, to see the footage from everyone, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you out there. You like, I didn't go out on that big day. I think just like I'm 73 now, and I'm just not too big for me with that many people. Maybe by myself, I give it a go. But I watched every wave, and it was pretty impressive. So be good to watch it again.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be exciting to watch. To go back to that moment. I'm glad you didn't go out. Yeah, I think that was really smart from you. That just more because of so crowded. It was so crowded, and that makes it very dangerous as well.
There was no place to escape. When there's that many people, you can't move. And I know the way really well. I think if it was that big, I would have been able to survive. But with a few people, not with 50 people, it was there was no place to go. You need a helicopter to get out of the danger zone. It's the only way to get out.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So
anyway, no, that was a smart decision. But anyways, Gary, thank you so much, guys, and Gary, and looking forward to see the footage. It's gonna be exciting to watch everyone's footage on the 5th, and let's do this.
Let's do it, Coco. Un fuerte abrazo, amigo.
Fuerte abrazo, mi querido Gary. Estamos en contacto y nos vemos pronto.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.